So Kamala Harris was asked at the CNN town hall with Anderson Cooper what her words are for people who are considering a protest vote for a third party or sitting out the election over Biden and Harris's support for Israel in their bombardment of Gaza. This is peak liberalism. This sums up libs better than any piece of video this year, I think. Here's her answer.
You say to voters who are thinking about supporting a third-party candidate or staying on the couch, not voting at all because of this issue?
Listen, I am not going to deny the strong feelings that people have. I don't know that anyone who has seen the images who would not have strong feelings about what has happened, much less those who have relatives who have died and been killed. And I know people and have talked with people. So I appreciate that. But I also do know that for many people who care about this issue, they also care about bringing down the price of groceries. They also care about our democracy and not having a president of the United States who admires dictators.
Can you believe
and
that?
is a fascist. They also care about the fact.
So we helped Benjamin Netanyahu commit a genocide this past year. But, you know, voters are going to weigh that against A, the price of groceries, and B, they don't want a president who's a fascist. Who's a bigger fascist than Joe Biden, who gave Netanyahu the green light to go ahead and exterminate people? But that pivot from, I hear you, it's terrible, but what about these other issues? That is the calculation that all of the liberals make. They can't dismiss outright the genocide in Gaza, although many of them do, because for many of them, they're Zionists first.
They do. I had one of these libs I reposted. Somebody did a political cartoon of Colin Powell arriving at the gates of heaven and
Right.
St. Peter saying, some Iraqis would like to have a word with you, and you have this whole crowd of
Right.
Iraqis. And the person took this as an opportunity to do their lib virtue signaling about how all the generals have come out against Trump. Said, yeah, no, you know, some people who know Colin Powell and General Milley said maybe it's because they were in the military, and so they're reflexively conditioned to obey power. And I said, yeah, you know, a lot of people who have helped to fund and equip a genocide under Biden are going to wind up feeling that way. A lot
Right.
of them have already resigned.
Right.
Silence.
Nothing.
Silence. It only applies to Donald Trump.
To the
It
orange,
only applies
orange
to
man.
George Bush. Under Biden, no, nothing like that has happened, where people have gone along with atrocities that they're going to regret later. No, nothing to see here.
Yep.
That we need practical, common sense solutions from a leader who is willing to work across the aisle on behalf of the American people and not themselves. They want a president who cares about a fundamental freedom to make decisions about your own body. Understanding that we're not trying to change anyone's belief, but let's not have the government telling women what to do with their body.
That is just, it's such a disgustingly amoral answer. I want to just play part of it again.
Not have strong feelings about what has happened, much less those who have relatives who have died and been killed. And I know people and have talked with people. So I appreciate that. But I also do know that for many people who care about this issue, they also care about bringing down the price of groceries.
To just
They
pivot
also
off
care
of it.
about our
To
democracy.
just pivot off of it. Like, yeah, I understand there are people whose family members have been murdered. I understand there's strong feelings about that. You know what there's also strong feelings about? Grocery prices, abortion. Like, it is such an amoral response. It is just such a disgusting answer.
Credit where credit is due. That is maybe the most honest answer I've ever heard come out of a Democrat on this subject.
That's what they think. That's their formulation.
That's it. Hey, yeah, genocide's bad, but how about what you just paid for bananas?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. How about those abortion rights? How about not having a president who makes mean tweets?
The bag breaks.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Yeah. That is just absolutely a hideous answer.
Please clap.